I'm a guy that believes in being in the middle, meaning open to compromise, understanding everybody can't get what they want. Vinny, you seem like if you can't get everything you want.
The $400 million black spruce deal. And you sued BI and Geiger for defamation recently. You said that Geiger harassed you and your family through hundreds of phone calls, and you also said his reporting was racially biased. What do you hope to get out of suing Geiger? Why did you do that?
Well, I'll leave that to the judge. I'll leave that to the lawyers.
Floyd Mayweather initiates a $100 million lawsuit against Business Insider and journalist Daniel Geiger.
Stephen A. Smith has criticized Floyd Mayweather over the $100 million defamation lawsuit. He says business is business, but people don't understand how it really works. He points out that most don't know what goes on behind the scenes with Floyd's deals and questions how honest those business moves really are. Floyd Mayweather Jr.
I can't count the amount of examples where I saw people getting laid off, and then I see somebody come up right behind and get some contract. Business does business. You never know what's behind the goal of a business per se. What you do know is the work that you put in. If you're smart enough, what value comes with that work. And then at the same time, you also pride yourself in being very, very reasonable. I haven't, and I'm not going to talk about my contract negotiations with ESPN. They are ongoing. I think the talks have been very pleasant. I think we're making progress. We'll see what happens. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, I've got decisions to make because I got a future to think about.
Has filed a $100 million defamation lawsuit against Business Insider, its parent company Insider Inc., and reporter Daniel Geiger. The lawsuit alleges that Geiger published a false and defamatory article misrepresenting Mayweather's real estate investments, particularly a $402 million deal to purchase 62 apartment buildings in Manhattan.
I trust Jonah, not just 10%, 20%, 100%. 100%, yes.
Okay, so let's talk about the Business Insider article that ran.
Yes.
We debunked this reporting, but the gist of it was that Dan Geiger, the BI reporter, said that you didn't do the $400 million black spruce deal. And you sued BI and Geiger for defamation recently. You said that Geiger harassed you and your family through hundreds of phone calls, and you also said his reporting was racially biased. What do you hope to get out of suing Geiger? Why did you do that?
Well, I'll leave that to the judge. I'll leave that to the lawyers. I just want the people to know, I'm 48 years old. I know you guys want to talk about real estate. Only thing I'm doing is answer the question.
That is a real estate question.
Okay, so out of 48 years, I'm 48 years old, and I've never sued a media outlet. The media outlet throughout my life has bashed me, talked bad about me, spoke bad about my family. Now, I've always been judged because how I have presented myself when I'm promoting a fight. You cannot judge me for entertaining the people when I'm promoting a fight. Judge me for the person that you know. You can't judge me if you don't know me. So that's no different from people in this room may want to do a deal with me.
Mayweather claims the article was biased and ignored documentary evidence provided by his team. He asserts that this is the first time he has sued a media outlet, emphasizing his commitment to protecting his reputation.
But if someone going out there putting lies on my name, putting lies on me and my team and my family and hurting my business, we're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions of dollars. We can't do that. So this is my first time ever filing a lawsuit against a media company for speaking bad about my company. I'm not a liar. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. I work hard to build my name, to build my reputation, and I'm not gonna let anyone go out there and smear my name and talk bad about me, talk bad about my family, or talk bad about my company.
50 Cent didn't hesitate to call out Floyd Mayweather's claims, bluntly accusing him of lying about a supposed $402 million property deal. According to 50, the numbers don't add up, and he's convinced this lawsuit won't go anywhere because Floyd hasn't proven any such transaction ever happened. Instead of defending himself with solid proof, Floyd has chosen to go after Insider Inc. and reporter Geiger with a $100 million defamation lawsuit. 50 Cent's commentary casts serious doubt on the whole situation and paints Mayweather's legal action as a desperate attempt to silence criticism, rather than a genuine case of defamation.
Description where y'all can watch that in full. And as we have already seen, 50 Cent has been very involved in critiquing, taking shots at Floyd Mayweather. And when this came across his desk, he did nothing other than that. If that's the case, it's going nowhere because you didn't do the deal, champ. He must have named the writer separately to make him have to pay his own legal team. The champ is mad, and 50 most definitely promoted his brands and everything with that because 50 Cent has came into question about this deal that Floyd Mayweather has struck, showed his real estate businesses, and people started diving into it. Floyd Mayweather has been defending it, but I just realized he put this $100 million lawsuit in against Business Insider, saying that they have been going at him for a long time now, coming at his family, coming at his team, and saying these derogatory things and defaming him, so he won $100 million. The suit, lost in the Southern District of New York, names Insider Inc. and reporter Daniel Geiger as defendants. It is centered around reporting by Geiger about real estate deals Mayweather Jr. publicly discussed, including an agreement to buy a 62-building Manhattan apartment portfolio. Geiger reported in late March that there is no evidence that there has been a sale. According to the lawsuit, Geiger embarked on a campaign of harassment and defamation categorized by aggressive and misleading journalism that not only distorts the truth, but seems driven by a deep-seated bias against Mr. Mayweather's success. It claims that Geiger refused to review documentation proving the deals in question happened.
When questioned about persistent rumors surrounding his financial stability and possible bankruptcy, Floyd Mayweather responded in a composed but evasive manner. Instead of directly confronting the allegations, he claimed that everyone is entitled to their own opinions. Though he appeared unbothered, his refusal to share concrete financial details raised more concerns. Rather than clearing the air with facts, his vague remarks left audiences wondering if there's truth behind the speculation.
So that article sparked rumors that you are bankrupt. How do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded
Well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if we call having 2 private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that.
That last statement was a fact. If that's bankrupt, I'm sure a lot of people want to live like that. I'd sell a few of them planes, especially if I was going bankrupt. But yeah, wouldn't be a bad lifestyle to have. Now,
his strategy of brushing off questions without offering real clarification does little to silence critics. For someone known for flaunting wealth so publicly, his sudden hesitancy to disclose his current financial standing seems uncharacteristic. This shift in tone only deepens the mystery surrounding his money matters. Mayweather's unwillingness to confirm or deny the bankruptcy claims outright creates room for doubt, prompting many to suspect he may not be as financially secure as he once portrayed. The silence, in this case, speaks volumes.
Articulate person. He does not articulate himself the best. This has been well known throughout his career. He is a prize fighter. He is a master promoter. He is a great business person. Put him behind a microphone or have him articulate himself, he's not the best at it. So if you listen to that and y'all tell me if y'all got the same vibe I did or if y'all think that I'm tripping, it sounds like he's running around a lot of shit. And it's like, all right, bro, yeah, you might be going bankrupt. But let's understand something real quick. If one of Floyd Mayweather's businesses or if his business is going bankrupt, that does not mean that Floyd Mayweather himself is broke. That means that his business may be struggling. Oh, yeah, his business may be struggling, and you could file for bankruptcy. I think it's 13 or 9, chapter 13 or chapter 9 or whatever the case may be. File for bankruptcy for that business.
With Floyd filing a high-stakes lawsuit and media outlets standing by their reporting, fans and followers are left scratching their heads. The contradiction between what Floyd claims and what the reports state has stirred confusion across social media. Is Mayweather exaggerating his net worth and investments? Or are the business publications misrepresenting facts? The truth remains murky, and many now question whether this is a case of an athlete protecting his image or a public figure trying to manipulate public perception through legal threats.
So apparently Floyd Mayweather files a $100 million lawsuit against Business Insider over real estate deal report. Damn. That's an expensive lawsuit. The lawsuit comes after a report by Business Insider journalist Daniel Geiger claimed that the 62-building Manhattan real estate portfolio that Mayweather announced he acquired never actually occurred. Geiger's report stated there was no evidence a sale was made. Mayweather's lawsuit claimed that Geiger refused to review documents of the deal, and it was an attempt by Geiger to publicly humiliate Mayweather. They embarked on a campaign of harassment and defamation characterized by aggressive and misleading journalism that not only distorts the truth but seems driven by a deep-seated bias against Mr. Mayweather's success, Floyd Mayweather. You know damn well he did not write that. And why would he? You know, he's talking about himself in third person. That's so cringe. Business Insider has provided a statement to Front Office Sports saying, "We will vigorously defend against this meritless attempt to discredit our reporting and smear our reporter." So they aren't backing down at all. It's going to be interesting.
Mayweather has fired back at bankruptcy rumors with an extravagant counter. He still owns private jets. In a bold statement, he joked that if being bankrupt includes flying luxury aircraft, then maybe it's the new dream. The boxer seems intent on redefining financial struggle by showcasing extreme wealth. But critics argue that flaunting such assets doesn't prove financial stability. It could just as easily reflect a lifestyle funded by credit, loans, or dwindling savings. His attempt to appear unfazed only adds more mystery to his financial reality.
The money I still got, the jewels I still got, the cars I still got, the mansions I still got. You either motivate it or you hate it. Either or, it doesn't matter. Walk with me, let's talk. I got 9 toys right here. I got the 488 Ferrari. I got the Maybach or the Maybach, whatever you want to call it. I got 7 Rolls Royces right here. I like to call it Lucky 7. So you either motivate it or you hate it. My lifestyle, money man. I'm the money man. Remember that.
Mayweather's boxing legacy is untouchable, but his offering antics are raising eyebrows. His recent declaration of owning over $400 million in property was quickly exposed as fiction through accessible public documents. This has led to a wave of backlash from people who once admired him. The exaggeration not only damages his reputation, but also suggests he's trying to maintain an illusion of unstoppable success. It's becoming harder to separate his real accomplishments from the make-believe empire he constantly promotes online.
For some odd reason, at the beginning of the year, Floyd Mayweather decided to tell us all that he bought a bunch of apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Everybody has found out that that wasn't true. Apparently, it's not that hard to figure out who owns property. This is not an indictment on Floyd Mayweather as a boxer. He is one of the best boxers we've ever seen. Anybody who is privy to Floyd Mayweather's antics outside of the ring knows Floyd ain't bought no goddamn apartment buildings in no Upper Manhattan, bro. We knew that when he told us. I'm not sure who Floyd Mayweather thought he was fooling. Nothing about Floyd Mayweather outside of a boxing ring says savvy. I'm sorry. This is the same Floyd Mayweather that 50 Cent told he would donate $50,000 to the charity of his choice to read Harry Potter.
Even as he approaches 50, Floyd's obsession with showing off on social media hasn't faded. He posts pictures of flashy watches, luxury cars, and expensive trips as if to prove he's still on top. But critics say this obsession could be his downfall. Living in public like this opens him up to scrutiny, and many suspect he's trying too hard to keep up a rich image. Some financial experts even warn that if he doesn't change his spending habits, he might be facing serious money troubles in the near future.
bought $400 million worth of apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Come on, Floyd. The people who was living in apartment buildings, the second they heard that Floyd Mayweather bought their building, they was on the phone with property management like, what's really... I will pay $10,000 a month, but I won't pay $10,000 a month to a nigga. Floyd, you can't just do that with Upper Manhattan apartment buildings, bro. Tell lies like that about the projects, man. You gotta do that to the hood, man. Ain't nobody going for that shit in Upper Manhattan, Floyd. You should have knew better than that, my boy. But then again, you are Floyd Mayweather. Oh, man. Anybody with common sense knew that Floyd was in trouble when he started doing boxing exhibition matches. I don't care how much you love making money. Nobody loves getting punched in the face. Nobody loves that. All of the best fighters, once they get the big payday, not all the best fighters, because some people are just psychopaths like John Bones Jones. Yeah, some people do like to fight, but they are crazy. Once they get that big check, all that fighting shit go out the window, bro. Nobody makes $1 billion boxing, retires, and then starts boxing again. This is not what you do with $1 billion, bro. I don't care who you are.
Floyd has repeatedly claimed he's paid his dues to the IRS, insisting he doesn't owe a penny. But court filings say otherwise. A new lawsuit from the IRS reveals unpaid tax bills that contradict his statements entirely. This not only undermines his credibility, but raises real concerns about how he manages his fortune. Fans are now wondering if the flashy cars and designer clothes are being paid for at the cost of ignoring serious legal responsibilities.
Floyd Mayweather is not up to date with the IRS. Shouldn't he be, considering how much money he's made during his career?
Well, in fairness to Mayweather, he did say he's already taken care of this problem. We don't know if that's true or not. We do know that a lien was filed against him by the IRS for back taxes. So let's take a look at what may have happened here. So as an example, when you talk about a boxer specifically having $100 million purse, that's the gross, not the net, because the boxer earns $100 million, and then he has to pay all the people around him and related expenses and so on.
Floyd may claim to have deep pockets, but his payment history tells a different story. The IRS is still chasing him for money he insists he's already paid. Meanwhile, he continues buying properties and exotic cars as if nothing's wrong. This pattern raises serious doubts about his priorities. It's hard to believe someone responsible with money would ignore taxes while splurging on luxuries. The mounting evidence suggests Mayweather might be ignoring critical financial responsibility in favor of maintaining his glamorous image.
The government's calling bullshit. They're saying you have the ability to go and sell off property. You have the ability to liquidate some of your assets. You have the ability to go and get a loan to pay off this tax liability. So we're not buying it. So we'll see if this petition does get approved. I mean, it's Floyd Mayweather. It probably will get approved. Seeing as how the event that's going to happen in about 60 days is going to generate more than enough money to pay off that tax liability. So it's great reassurance for the IRS. And this is not the first time that Floyd's been in trouble with the IRS. I mean, back in 2008, he had a $6.17 million lien.
Stephen A. Smith didn't mince words when he voiced his frustration with Mayweather's recent behavior. Once an admirer of Floyd's brilliance in the ring, Smith now questions how someone so talented could be so reckless. He pointed out the hypocrisy of flaunting millions online while being pursued by the IRS for unpaid debts. To him, Mayweather's focus on materialism over accountability is not only disappointing but damaging to his legacy. Smith's stance echoes what many fans feel. Respect earned in the ring is being lost outside of it.
You know, kind of sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it. John Gotti III, I don't know anything about him. I'm not trying to disrespect him. And yes, I'm being smart. I'm not trying to disrespect the grandson of a mobster. Fair enough. But what I'm trying to say is this. When you're great, when you're elite, not just anybody deserves to be in your pristine space. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about on the street or anything like that. Boxing is your thing.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.